practice is a series of sort of stretches for some freedom in the spine. Okay, so we're going to take the spine through its 6 planes of movements: forward, backwards, side to side, laterally, and into a twist. And this will hopefully allow you to just feel like you have more space there in the spine, more comfort, more ease, and just something I would recommend you do weekly, daily if you have time. So it's going to be a short practice, really simple. Obviously we'll be connecting to our breath, which has lots of benefits in itself, being really mindful of our breath and taking some deep breaths in and out. That can really help with the mind, allow us to become more focused, more calm. And obviously the stretches themselves, so the poses themselves, will also benefit not just as physically, but mentally and emotionally too. Okay, so let's start with sitting ideally cross-legged if you can. All I want you to do is just take a few moments now to really become present on the mat and start to be aware of your body. Okay, so just close your eyes. Notice where you're touching the ground, so however you're sat. So if you are in a chair, then just your feet maybe, and where you're touching the chair. If you're sitting cross-legged or sitting with the legs out in front, just noticing where you're touching the ground. Breathing in and out now through your nose. Just scanning through your body from your feet to the ankles, to your lower leg, your knees, your thighs, hips, sit bones, the spine, the shoulders, the arms and the hands. Awareness to your tummy, the chest, the heart space, the throat, the face, the jaw, crown of your head. Just having a few more breaths here. And as you scanned through the body, did you notice any areas that felt any discomfort or tension? Also areas that felt quite at ease and comfortable. So it's good to notice those too. You might be sat there thinking, oh, this actually doesn't feel too bad today, or maybe there's a bit more tension there than you've noticed. So we're just developing this awareness to ourselves. This is an opportunity to check in with yourself, notice how you are. That we don't need to wait for someone to ask how we are. We can take the opportunity to ask ourselves, how am I? How do I feel physically? How do I feel emotionally? How's the mind today? Good. And then from here, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come onto all fours into cat. I just think this is a really nice way to sort of start to mobilise our spine. So it's a good one to just do daily. I think that there's a video actually that of poses that I recommend to do daily. This is definitely one of them. So let's just start with that first. Inhale, lift your gaze, let your tummy really relax, push your tailbone away. And then as you exhale, relax the head between the arms, draw the navel up towards the back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Lifting the gaze, let the chest come forward, the tummy relaxes, and then as you exhale,
the head relaxes between the arms. You draw the navel up towards the spine, you look between the legs.
So let's just do a couple more like this. It's a good way to connect with the breath, and as I say, just giving a little bit of mobility through the spine. Also frees the shoulders up a little bit as well. The shoulders, for many of us, hold tension, myself included. That's where I often just like take a check-in with myself. I'm just going to do one more breath here. So just take another inhale. Exhale, come back to a neutral spine now. And let's just take one little extended child's pose. So just push the bottom back towards the heels, let the head relax down, walk the hands out. So we start to lengthen through the spine a little bit, especially if you kind of root your sitting bones down towards the ground here, just feeling like there's like a little pull on the sit bones. Keep the elbows lifted, so let's make this active. If you find this uncomfortable, you can put a cushion sort of just on top of the calves. That can help it a little bit, be a bit more easy. So, you know, if you don't get your sit bones or your legs down towards the heels, there's quite a big gap, then fill the gap with some cushions, make it more comfortable. The body will then start to relax. You'll be able to go deeper into the stretch. If you're leaving it hanging in the air, the body won't feel like it feels safe to just relax. One more breath. Really feel that breath into the ribs. Good. And then let's come back into cat. Inhale. Exhale again, that neutral spine. And then we'll come back to seated. So I'm going to sit side on. I think that might be more helpful for you to see. I've got a couple of props here. I've got a brick and a block. So if you find sitting cross-legged like this, then what you can do is just put the block, so I'll show you the purple block, and just sit on the first sort of third of it, and that helps release through your hips a little bit. It might make it more comfortable, so you could try that. A cushion, if you haven't got a block, a cushion would be fine too. I'm going to remove the block. I find it more comfortable without it, but it's always worth trying. Okay. So hands in front, inhale, start to lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, you're folding from your hips. So inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Relax the head. Inhaling now, down to the belly. Exhaling, seeing whether you can release and let go a little bit. So you can release in your hips. I can certainly feel this in my hips. But we want to keep this length through the spine. We're not collapsing through the middle of the back, the thoracic spine. Just thinking of this freedom through your spine. Connecting with that deeper breath. Inhaling, exhaling is just that softening. So just think of maybe like a little mantra in your head. Inhale, space. Maybe you can get a bit more length. Exhale, moving into the space. It doesn't mean you have to really physically move the body more deeper into this. Just think about what's going on inside the body, that you are finding this space and the body can ease into the space. We're going to hold here one more breath. Good. And we're going to slowly come out of this. So just walk yourself back out with the hands. Pause for a moment. So pause moments, really helpful, really useful, and not just on the yoga mat, okay, in life too. Have some pause moments regularly in your day. Okay, let's stretch the legs out now, which you may be relieved to do. So legs stretched out, we're into Dandasana, staff pose, quite a hard pose to maintain because we want to keep this length through the spine. But what we're going to do is use this for a back bend. So you're going to bring the hands behind you. Inhale, raise the shoulders up towards the ears, then draw them back and down. Lift the gaze, lift the heart space. And we're just going to take a few breaths here. So, like I say, it's a little bit of a back bend, but more a nice little heart opener here. And when we do these heart openers, we want to take the breath in really gently. It's not less deep, okay? You're still taking deeper breaths in and out, but you're bringing the breath in really gently, kindly into the body. Let the body take time to open and soften through the heart space, but really bring the awareness to the heart space. So sometimes it's nice to have the eyes open, gaze looking up, but then maybe closing the eyes can help you really bring your intention awareness to the heart space. If it's too, if lifting the gaze is too much in the neck, then just have the neck neutral. You can still just open, literally just think open heart space, and then just drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Good, one more breath. Coming back. Good. Just give your shoulders a little roll, arms a little shake out, legs a little. So it's just good to, like, when we've kind of start to really move the energy with the breath, that then sometimes it feels like we need to move that energy through our body. So notice what the body feels like it wants to do and follow that. Okay, so now we're going to do a little lateral side stretch. So I'll turn to face you. So you could keep the legs out in front, which I'm going to do, or you could come back to the cross-legged if you find that more comfortable. So see how you feel. So we're just going to bring right arm alongside. Inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, coming over now to the right. Root through your left sitting bone a little bit more. Okay, so this is a nice lateral side stretch. We're opening up through the rib cage a little bit here, and the intercostal muscles, creating a little bit more breathing space. But it's also really good for the spine to find these different planes of movement. So the lateral stretch. Good. Holding one more breath. And then bring the arm down. It's quite hard holding the arms up for too long, isn't it? Inhale, sweep the other arm up. Exhale, over to the left this time. Root a bit more through your right sitting bone. Bring the awareness to the right hand side of the body, the rib cage. Inhaling still towards the tummy. Exhaling all the way down the side body. Like I say, invitation to have the eyes open or closed. If you find it easier to focus with the eyes closed, then definitely do that. If you find that it's distracting and you feel more comfortable with the eyes open, then follow that. Good, one more breath. Inhaling back to center, exhale, arm comes down. Just give the arms a little shake out. Maybe the legs now as well. So we're going to come back to that cross leg if you're not already there. And we're going to do the twist. Okay, so let's start with bringing the left arm behind you. And I want you to create this little bit of length through your spine, okay? Right hand comes to the outside of your left knee. So it's just really good to get the basic principles of a twist right, okay? So you want the length through your spine first. So inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, turning to the left. But the movement's more through the thoracic spine, that you're leading with the sort of left rib cage a little bit. It's drawing round, easing through your hips. Notice if they've come up a little bit. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Keeping that length through your spine. Maybe the gaze can go a little bit further round. Gives the neck a nice little stretch too. But the pelvis and the lower spine are sort of fairly neutral and facing forwards. We have less movement through that part of our back, and we should follow that and not force it round. Good. And then we're going to come back. So I want you to just bring the gaze back first. Then start to let the shoulders come back. And pause again for a moment. I like the little pause. To neutralise, let the spine just align and come back to centre. Good. Let's go the other way now. So right arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen up. Left hand to the outside of your right leg. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn to the right. Maybe the gaze comes a little bit further round. Just relaxing through your hips. Notice the breath feels different as you're breathing in and out here. There's definitely, it's got to find its path into the body. Can't rush it in. So breathing here. It will take just a little longer to breathe in and out. Good, one more breath. Let the gaze come back round first, then the shoulders. Or roll with the shoulders. And let's just do one more forward fold. Okay, so back to where we started. So inhaling, lengthening through your spine. Folding from the hips. As you exhale, walk the hands forward. Relaxing the body and just noticing now, just pausing here. Does the spine already feel a little bit more at ease? Does it feel like there's a bit more freedom? Soften your face, soften your jaw. Maybe inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Do two more like that, inhale. One more. Good. And let's walk the hands back. Good. Give the legs a little shake out. And then just come to a seated position again that you feel most comfortable. I'm just going to sit like this for a moment, just for a little change. And I want you to just close the eyes, come back to yourself again, back to the body, back to your breath. And then just notice how you feel, again, physically, emotionally, mentally, how do you feel? Just asking yourself that question. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, bring the hands together, draw them down into your heart space. Namaste.